Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. I'm your host, Ron Nicoletti. It is Sunday afternoon. We have 11 races we want to show you, and let's get right to those track and weather conditions. The main track, good. The turf course listed as firm. The first race, 1 mile and 1/16 on the turf. These are maiden claimers. Fillies, 3-year-olds. Scratch the number 10, Diplomatic Affair. The even money favorite with number 4, My Dinah Lee.
They're off. And it's City Section who comes out running well. City Section to the front. To the inside, Tiz Jet's got early speed too. And there goes My Dinah Lee up to grab the lead as they move into that turn. And then comes Merci Beaucoup, who's 3 wide as they make their way into the turn and now moving up a couple of spots into second. Degrees of Freedom follows them as they race on that turn. And then it's Dean's Ticket, followed by Storm Coming, Por Favor. And last of them all is My Martina as the field moves on to the backstretch. And it is My Dinah Lee on top at rainy Gulfstream Park here. My Dinah Lee is the leader as the field heads up the backstretch. It appears to be Merci Beaucoup who runs in second on the outside. And they continue 1-2 up the backstretch. And now moving up into third is Por Favor. So Merci Beaucoup and Por Favor are politely behind the pace setter My Dinah Lee as the field moves into the turn. A 48 4 half mile posted. Pretty much calling off the numbers at the bottom of the screen here. I can't see anything. It is My Dinah Lee tracked by the polite pair of Merci Beaucoup and Por Favor as the field comes into the stretch. And then comes City Section running in fourth. 3/4 in 1:14 2. I think they're into the stretch. And it is My Dinah Lee who is there and in front over Por Favor in second as Dean's Ticket is taken third and Merci Beaucoup has thanked the field and dropped back. As they come down to the wire, My Dinah Lee will win over Por Favor. And then it was Dean's Ticket, Storm Coming, and Tiz Jet.
Number 4, My Dinah Lee. Wow, you barely could see that winner. What a great job by track announcer Larry Comas. The number 4, My Dinah Lee, paid $4 even, owned by William M. Backer Revocable Trust, trained by Bill Mott, ridden to victory today by Jose Lescano. The second race, 6 furlong, the main track now listed as sloppy. These are maiden claimers, 3-year-olds, 8 runners going to the post.
They're off. Awesome My Way was off slowly. It's Wild Good on the inside out for the lead. Gasoline and Armando Big have speed too. These 3 shoot out to the front. Star Charlie is 2.5 lengths off of them. Then it's Harbor Pilot. Awesome My Way has moved up a few spots after a slow beginning. And then comes Mr. Stipa. The trailer up the backstretch is Yellow Chips, who's a good 12 lengths off of front-running Wild Good, who ran a quarter in 21 4. Wild Good on top. Armando Big, 3/4 of a length behind. Running in second. Gasolina tracks the top 2, third on the far turn. Then it's Star Charlie on the far outside. Harbor Pilot progressing along the rail. And then Awesome My Way, who's starting to lose ground, and it's a large gap back to Yellow Chips and Mr. Stipa. They're coming toward the top of the stretch, and it is Wild Good, who's gone 45 2 for a half mile, turning for home with Armando Big right alongside. These 2 come to the 8th pole, and Harbor Pilot is closing in on the far outside, and Harbor Pilot, with dead aim on the top 2, goes right on by. Harbor Pilot and Joel Rosario in the center of the track, well clear. It's going to be wide open for second. Yellow Chips comes charging late to get the place. And then it was Armando Big, Star Charlie, and Wild Good.
Number 3, Harbor Pilot splashes home to win it, pays $21.80, owned by David Robbins and Barry Berkelhammer, trained by Terry Pompey, ridden to victory today by Joel Rosario. We'll take a short break. We'll be back for race number 3. Welcome back. The third race, originally scheduled for 1 mile and 1/8 on the turf, now to be run on the sloppy main track. These are maiden claimers, 3-year-olds, scratch the 4, the 5, the 11, and the 12. And please note the number 7 will race with blinkers on.
They're off. And it's Phil's First Factum and Social Strangers sent out to the front together. Royal Moment goes with them from the inside. These three out for the lead. Little Fool away running in third. Kids Kid is fourth as they make their way into the turn. Then Keystone for victory. 10 Guitars 4 deep on that first turn. And trailing the field early is Sky Ace, who's dropped back a good 12 lengths off the lead as they make their way around the first turn, led by Phil's First Factum, who's in front by 3/4 of a length. And then it's Social Strangers second through a 23 and 3 opening quarter mile. Little Fool follows in third. 10 Guitars on the outside is fourth. And then it's Royal Moment fifth along the rail, 2.5 lengths off the lead. Kids Kid and Keystone for victory are next. And not keeping up is Sky Ace, who's well behind the field. So they continue the run up the backstretch. Phil's First Factum and Social Stranger leading the way. And these two complete a half mile in 47 and 4/5 seconds. And they're clear by 2 from Royal Moment. And then it's Little Fool, fourth on the outside. 10 Guitars follows in fifth as they continue up the backstretch. Then Kids Kid, Keystone for victory is under a ride here and not keeping up at this stage. And then comes Sky Ace around the far turn. Phil's First Factum trying to take him the distance. Social Stranger moves up alongside, 3 furlongs to go, and Social Stranger has taken the lead on the outside and under a hand ride. Phil's First Factum is given way now as Royal Moment grabs second. And as they come toward the top of the stretch, Royal Moment coming after Social Stranger, and these two are well clear of the others. Phil's First Factum's had enough, and then it's Kids Kid. 3/4 in 1, 13 and 2. They're into the stretch, and Royal Moment has taken the lead. Royal Moment coming by the 8th pole, in front by a length, with Social Stranger trying to hang in there and fight on in second. Royal Moment drifting out but clear, and Royal Moment's got it as they come down to the wire. Royal Moment over Social Stranger, and then came Kids Kid, followed by Phil's First Factum and Sky Ace.
Number 2, Royal Moment, wins it and pays $7.80, owned by Just for Fun Stable Incorporated, trained by Antonio Machado, ridden to victory today by Carlos Alabel. The fourth race, a 1 mile claiming event for 3-year-olds. 6 runners going to the post. The off-time favorite, number 2, Chris and Dave.
They're off. And it's Frank Beebe on the outside who comes out running quickly. Chris and Dave has early speed too, and game prize between those two. These three out for the front. And they're followed by Woodburn away running in 4th position. Galatasaray is 5th. And at the back of the field is Cheech Thunder as they leave the chute and hook up with the backstretch. And it's Chris and Dave going at it up front with game prize. And right there too is Galatasaray between horses. And on the outside, Frank Beebe's not far behind, only 2 lengths off the lead. Then it's Woodburn to the inside. And it's 4.5 lengths more to an outrun Cheech Thunder, who's last after a 24 flat opening quarter mile. So the field heads up the backstretch, and Chris and Dave has emerged with the lead. On top, 3/4 of a length, Galatasaray running in second. Game prize is third to the outside. They went 47 flat for the first half mile, and these three will head into the far turn together. Then it's Woodburn, followed by Frank Beebe. And Cheech Thunder is closer, but still last. Around the far turn, Chris and Dave and Game Prize. And Chris and Dave's got a neck in front. Game prize second by 3. After that, it's Woodburn running in third. And now coming through an opening is Cheech Thunder, who has rallied out of last and is making progress up on the inside. And now into third, but still has work to do to catch the top 2. 3/4 in 1, 12 and 3. They're into the stretch. And it is Chris and Dave who's drifting out here. Chris and Dave veered out, but is well clear of the competition. And then it's Game Prize, followed by Woodburn and Cheech Thunder, and they're coming down to the line, and it's Chris and Dave all alone in front. And then it was Woodburn second, followed by Game Prize, Cheech Thunder, and Frank Beebe.
Number 2, Chris and Dave, scores and pays $4 even, owned by Morning Moon Farm, trained by Joe Russo, ridden to victory today by Miguel Vasquez. The fifth race, a 7 furlong sprint. These are maiden claimer fillies. 3-year-olds, the off-time favorite, number 2, Baby Antonella.
They're off. Starship Maiden had a very good beginning. Goes out to take the early lead. Bagema from the inside is away running in second, and then it's Banner Girl out third to the outside. They're being followed by Avalancha, who's away running in fourth, and splitting horses is the Red Tour. Break of another 2.5 lengths more back to Baby Antonella. Little Big Girl is there to the outside, and then Pure Ballerina, and at the back of the pack it's Hannah's Dream. So the field running up the backstretch, and it is Starship Maiden in front. On the lead by 2 over Banner Girl second through an opening quarter mile of 23 seconds flat. Bagema now slips through on the inside and takes second at the half-mile pole. After that, it's Avalancha in fourth, 5 lengths off the lead. Then Baby Antonella, Little Big Girl to the outside. The Red Tour drops back, Hannah's Dream and Pure Ballerina. Around the far turn, and it is Starship Maiden in front. Ran 46 and 4 for a half mile. Bagema is 2 lengths behind, second by 2.5. Then it's Avalancha and Baby Antonella to the outside. The others have work to do. Hannah's Dream is up into fifth, but Starship Maiden turns for home on the lead. Starship Maiden in front by 3 at the top of the stretch. Bagema second, Avalancha third, trying to close in from the inside. Center of the track comes Baby Antonella in fourth. Starship Maiden holding on to the lead by the 16th pole. Avalancha's coming at her from the inside. Bagema's coming at her from the outside. These three are going to come down to the line together, and it's going to be tight. Bagema or Avalancha noses apart on the wire. Then Starship Maiden, Hannah's Dream, and Baby Antonella.
Number 1, Bagema takes to the outside and scores, gets that close photo, pays $9.80 to win, owned by Olympia Star Incorporated, trained by Mikolai Yanov, and ridden to victory today by apprentice John Cruz. Sixth race, 6 furlongs, claimers 4-year-olds and upward. Scratch number 8, Mystical Turp.
They're off. Defer Heaven comes out running well. Buongiorno Johnny away in second. These two out for the lead together. At Large is out third to the outside of them. Then Bellamy Storm, CD Gold on the outside, followed by JC50, 2.5 to Helper Rye and Reggae Boy. And then it's back to Sweet Rocket Man, and Beantown Skipper trails the field with a half mile to go. And it's Defer Heaven in front. Ran a 22 flat opening quarter mile and leads the way a length and a half to Buongiorno Johnny as they run past the 3 furlong pole. Bellamy Storm follows third by another 3. Then it's JC50, followed by At Large, CD Gold ridden along to keep up. And Helper Rise still with about 8 lengths to make up as Defer Heaven comes to the quarter pole in control. Defer Heaven in front after a half of 45 and 1. And they're into the stretch. Defer Heaven has opened up here to a 4-length lead. Buongiorno Johnny is next. JC50 is after that. And then comes At Large and Bellamy Storm on the outside by the 16th pole. And Defer Heaven is all alone. Defer Heaven, a much the best winner here, as At Large gets second from Buongiorno Johnny. And then it's Bellamy Storm and either Helper Rye or JC50 fifth.
Number 9, Defer Heaven, gets the victory and pays $5.80 to win. Very impressive. Owned by Monster Racing Stables, trained by George Navarro. Ridden to victory today by Emisal Jaramillo. We will take a short break, and we'll be back for race number 7 in just a couple of moments. Welcome back. The 7th race is 6 furlong sprint. These are maiden claimers, 3-year-olds. We have a scratch in here of number 6, El Dude.
They're off. Inky Dinky Doo came out running well. El Maxi has early speed, so you think you're a Romeo, away running in third. And then comes My Special One, followed by Papa Pig. And then it is Wall Street Bull, Shape of My Heart on the far outside. 2 lengths back to 40 Books and another 4 lengths more to Badook and No Love Included. Past the half-mile pole, and it's Inky Dinky Doo in front. Ran a quarter as they move into the far turn on top by a half a length. El Maxi on the outside is running in second, so You Think You're a Romeo tracks them in third, 2.5 lengths off the lead. Then Shape of My Heart, Papa Pig, and My Special One to the inside. And Baduk is getting going from the back of the pack, 7 lengths off the lead, but plenty of work to do. Then it's 40 Books and Wall Street Bull, and they're coming toward the top of the stretch. And the leader is Inky Dinky Doo. Inky Dinky Doo turns for home in front by 2.5. El Maxi is running in second. And then it's So You Think You're a Romeo, third on the outside. Papa Pig is in fourth, and Baduk is coming up on the outside of horses as they come by the final 16th. It's Inky Dinky Doo in front. And then it's So You Think You're a Romeo and Baduk. Inky Dinky Doo did it. And then it was So You Think You're a Romeo, Baduk, Papa Pig, and El Maxi.
Number 4, Inky Dinky Doo is the winner and pays $8.40, owned by Dodge America LLC, trained by Larry Bates, ridden to victory today by Vicente Guidel. The 8th race, 1 mile and 1/16 on a good turf course. It's an allowance optional claimer for fillies 3-year-olds. Scratch the 9, scratch the 12, scratch 14, and number 15, the jockey on the 10, is Miguel Vasquez.
They're off. About Face and Insta Irma both came out running well. So too did Sweet Victory, who settles into stride just behind them, running in third. After that, Exchanging Secrets, going up on the outside of Estelle and Conquest Bebop. And then a ground-saving run for Raving About You as they make their way around that first turn. Melody Croon is next. They're followed by Pulled the Goalie, Nigon's Eclipse, and Gliding By is last early on. They make their way to the back stretch. And the leader is About Face, with Estelle pressing the pace through a 24 4/4. These two head and head onto the back stretch, and they're cleared 2 lengths from Sweet Victory and Insta Irma, who are heads apart 3rd and 4th, and Conquest Bebop is a team with Raving About You. These two are racing about 4 lengths off the lead. Exchanging Secrets between those two next, and then it's Pulled the Goalie on the inside. Now on the far outside, Gliding By is getting closer and is moving with Melody Croon. They're going together into the far turn, these two, with a sudden rush toward the lead as they make their way into the far turn, and the whole complex has changed here. It is Conquest Bebop, Melody Croon, and Gliding By now. A 50 flat half mile, these three are across the track. And then Estelle running in fourth. Nigon's Eclipse is getting going on the outside. Down toward the rail, it's Sweet Victory, who's about 5 lengths off the lead. Insta Irma's dropped back, and then comes Raving About You, and they're coming to the top of the stretch. Conquest Bebop turning for home with Gliding By. 3/4 and 1/16 2. They're into the stretch. Conquest Bebop and Gliding By, and they're well clear of the others. Nigon's Eclipse is third, past the 8 pole, and it is Conquest Bebop and Gliding By. And now Pulled the Goalie is coming with a rush on the far outside and is closing strongly. Here comes Pulled the Goalie on the outside of Conquest Bebop in time. Pulled the Goalie and Conquest Bebop, and then it was Gliding By, Nigon's Eclipse, and Sweet Victory.
Number 5, Pulled the Goalie, comes flying down the stretch to score. What a ride by Corey Lannery, owned by Donato Lani and trained by Dan Veller. The 9th race, originally scheduled for 1 mile and 1/16 on the turf, now to be run on the main track, the sloppy main track. Scratch the 1, 2, 3, 7, 9, 10, 12, and number 14, the jockey on the 8, is Emiciel Jaramillo.
They're off. Loom is sent out of there. So too is Love's Illusion. These two out for the lead as they make their way into that turn. And right to the outside of them comes Kudama, who's away running in third. Coming Attraction and Tisunke are next. And then the trailers Unbridled Sonia and Leanne and Susan. They make their way on the first turn with Loom in front. And in front by a length over Love's Illusion as they head on to the back stretch. Coming Attraction is taken third to the inside of Kudama, who's in fourth, followed by Tisunke. Unbridled Sonia and Leanne and Susan down at the rail, trailing the field 5 off the lead. 24 flat was the first quarter. Onto the back stretch they go, Loom in front. Love's Illusion 3/4 of a length behind. Coming Attraction and Kudama next. And then Tisunke to the outside. Leanne and Susan's alongside of Unbridled Sonia as the field continues to run up the back stretch, well packed. 4 lengths from top to bottom. Loom continues to lead the way. Runs a half in 48 3/5 seconds and heads for the far turn a half length in front of Love's Illusion. Unbridled Sonia's moving now and has taken third on the outside. Coming Attraction is next. Then Leanne and Susan riding the rail around the turn. Kudaman dropping back, and under a ride at the back is Tusunke. It's been Loom all the way so far. And Love's Illusion is alongside second. Unbridled Sonia pumped for more on the far outside. Coming Attraction waits for running room. Third right in behind the leaders and looks for a spot as they come toward the top of the stretch. It is Loom and Love's Illusion. 1-2 and the rails open for Coming Attraction, who's sent on through there by Javier Castellano. And right up the rail, Coming Attraction has taken the lead and takes off from her competition. Love's Illusion left behind in second, and then it's Loom. It is Coming Attraction to win it. And then it was Love's Illusion, Loom, and Tusunke.
Number 6, Coming Attraction. What a nice horse. Just explodes in the stretch to win it for Phipps Stable, trained by Shug McGay. Ridden to victory today by Javier Castellano. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back for the late Daily Double. Welcome back for our first half of the late Daily Double. The 10th race is a 6 furlong starter optional claimer for 4-year-olds and up. Scratch the 1 Big Grandpa, scratch number 6, All About Diva, and scratch number 7, One More Night.
They're off. Bold Summit from the far outside is out the best and is able to clear the field, opening up a length and a half from Keeping It Zeal, and Sandro is down on the inside. Now moving up on the outside of horses is Union Label, and up into second up the backstretch. Newfound Gold is next, break of another 5 lengths more, back to Holy Highway. Then smoking the field on the inside of Ultra Oro, and Good Boy Charlie on the far outside. 22-1 was the quarter for Bold Summit, who leads the field around the far turn. Union Label is 2 lengths behind second, 3 furlongs out. And then it's Newfound Gold running along in third, followed by Keeping It Zeal in fourth. Sandro is fifth. And then it's Holy Highway to the outside of Ultra Oro, followed by Good Boy Charlie. And last of them all is Smoking the Field. Up front is Bold Summit, who ran 45-2 for a half mile. They're into the stretch. Bold Summit trying to hold off the challenge of Union Label. With a furlong to run, Bold Summit, Union Label getting closer. And then comes Newfound Gold and Ultra Oro on the inside. Union Label gets the lead at the 16th pole, and Union Label will get there on top. And then it was Bold Summit, followed by Ultra Oro, Newfound Gold, and Holy Highway.
Number 9, Union Label wins and pays $8.80, owned by Servicio y Construcciones La Esmeralda LLC, trained by Victor Barboza Jr., ridden to victory by Paco Lopez. The 11th race, originally scheduled for 7.5 furlongs on the turf, to be run at 7 furlongs on the main track. Scratch 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 10, 12, and number 16. Also note the jockey on the 2 is Mario Fernandez.
They're off. Daddy's Great Bay goes out to the front to take the early lead from Caffeine, who came out running in second position. Espresso Time is there with Twinkling down on the inside as the field heads up the backstretch. In between horses, Sweet Summer Sun is close up to the pace and is running in 5th position early on. Then comes Scats Empire, followed by La Canela. And at the back of the field, it's Here's Birdie. The first quarter's up in 23 1/5 seconds, and they're heading up the backstretch in pursuit of Daddy's Great Bay, who heads past the half-mile pole in front by a length. With Caffeine running in second. On the inside, it's Twinkling. Espresso Time is next on the outside by 2. And then comes Scats Empire in 5th. Around the far turn, 3 furlongs to go. And Daddy's Great Bay to catch went 47 and 4 for a half mile. Caffeine is a length and a half back running in 2nd. Espresso Time is down on the inside. Scats Empire follows in 4th. The others have work to do. Twinkling is 5th. And then comes La Canela. And they're into the stretch. And it's Daddy's Great Bay turning for home in front. Getting going now is Scats Empire, who's splitting horses. And right to the inside is Espresso Time with Caffeine to the outside. And then they're coming to the final 16th. And it is Daddy's Great Bay who leads the way. And from the back of the pack, La Canela takes 2nd. Daddy's Great Bay beats La Canela. And then a photo, Espresso Time edging out Scats Empire, followed by Caffeine.
Number 11, Daddy's Great Bay. Nice performance. Pays $9 even, owned by Susan and Jim Hill, trained by Reed Baker. Ridden to victory today by Luis Saez. In the pick 5, 5 of 5, 342 even, 4 of 5, $1.85. 6 of 6 in the Rainbow Six paid $324.12 to carry over going into Wednesday's card, $38,542.43. The Super High 5 paid $874.50. And that wraps up Sunday's action. Remember, we're docked for live racing on Monday and Tuesday. We'll be back on Wednesday with a first race post of 12:35. And what an exciting week it's going to be at Gulfstream Park. We have the Eclipse Awards on Saturday, along with, of course, the Sunshine Million Saturday afternoon. Our first race post is going to be 12 races, 12:05. That is Saturday, Sunshine Millions Day. Good night and good luck.